Hello everyone, welcome back to this new session Decision Control Structure. So, in this chapter, we will be learning on selection control structure and looping control structure. The learning outcome of this chapter is identifying the flow of control in selection statements, design a program with appropriate selection statements. So, let us discuss decision control structure. In our day to day life, we make decisions and act accordingly. Similarly, a computer also decides about its action. Every decision involves a choice based on a simple yes or no. In control structure, the conditions are specific and as per these conditions, action take place. Now, let us learn more about control structures. Java consists of three conditional control structures. They are selection control structures, looping control structures, jumping control structures. So, dear students, in this chapter, we will only learn about selection control structures and looping control structure. Selection control structure. A selection statement transfers a program control to a location depending on the result of the conditional expression. If a condition evaluates to true, a set of statements present in a block is executed. Otherwise, a different set of statements is executed. Java supports three kinds of selection statements. They are if statement, if else statement, if ladder statement. Now let us discuss on if statement. The simplest control structure is if statement. It checks only the true condition of the program and comes to an end. Let's understand if statement with a syntax. Here in this syntax, you can see in this test condition, there will be only one block. If the condition is true, then the instruction specified within if block is executed. If the condition evaluates to false, there will be no output for the if block and the control will be transferred after the if block. In this slide, I have kept a program. The program deals with even number. Here, as the condition evaluates to true, so the statement within a block executed. So the program is public class even, public static void main. In that we are using int n. System.out.println, the number is plus n. Plus n will invoke the number which we are invoking in the output terminal. Now the condition. If n modulus 2 is equal to 0, if the number is even, it has to print as true or else it has to print as false. Next is if else statement. In the if else statement structure, if the condition given is true, then the statement specified within if block is executed. If the condition is false, the statement following else will be executed. Let's understand if else statement with a syntax. Here the syntax shows if text condition, there are two blocks available. If the first block is satisfied, then it has to print the answer as true, or else if the first block is not satisfying the condition, it will take one more as else. So if the first block is not satisfied, it will go to the second block and check whether the second block is true or false. Either one block has to get true or false. So in this slide, I have kept one program as smallest. Here the program deals with finding the smallest number, finding the smallest of two numbers. So here int a is equal to 7 and b is equal to 9. So int is a data type, a is equal to 7, a is a variable, is equal to is the assignment operator and 7 is the value. Now the condition. If a is less than b, if the condition a is less than b, then what has to print? So to print we need a statement system.out.println. A is the smallest number. If the first condition is true, then the answer should be a is the smallest number. If the first condition is not true, then else we are going for the second condition to check whether it is true or false. So again we are going for statement system.out.println b is the smallest number. So between these two statements, any one statement has to print the answer, and the answer is a is the smallest number because a holds 7 and b holds 9. By the mathematical calculation, a is less than b, 7 holds the smallest number. If else if ladder. If else if ladder is used to check multiple conditions in a program. This can be executed by including multiple else if statements. If the condition written inside if block is true, the statement associated with that gets executed and the rest of the ladder is skipped. The statement inside the else block is executed only when all the conditions that comes before in it, the ladder, are false. But that time only one condition can be executed. The syntax says if test condition statement, one block will be a statement, and then else if one more condition is there, so second statement, and again else if the third statement. So here more than one statement you are using in if else if, then it is else if ladder. At the end, to stop the condition we will use else. So here there are three kinds of test condition. The first condition will be there. If it is satisfying, the other two condition will become false. If the second condition is true, then the first condition and the third condition will become false. If the third condition is true, then the first and the second condition will become false. This is the syntax of if else if ladder. Let us take an example. So example I have taken has create a program that will display a message. So I want to display a message. What are the message I want to display? Distinction if a particular value is greater than or equal to 70. First class if a particular value is greater than or equal to 60. Second class if a particular value is greater than or equal to 50. If none of the condition is true, then fail if no match is found. So let us discuss on the program. Public class ladder, public static void main int a. So system.out.println entered value. Now here you are going to enter a number. So depending on the number, it will tell you the condition, I mean to say test condition. So what should be the condition? If a is greater than 70, then the output should show as distinction. So second condition is else if the number is more than or equal to 60, then the statement should print as first class. Else if, again one more condition, n the number is greater than or equal to 50, the statement should print as second class. Then none of the condition is satisfying, then the statement should be fail. So here more than one statement is being passed through the value. So here what happens, if the condition, any one condition is satisfying, the rest of the condition holds false. Dear students, thank you so much for watching.